Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? This is the first video I'm recording, but it probably won't be the first in sequence because I have at least one, maybe two others that should go before this one. So I sound more energetic right now than I might in the first video. I'm talking with my hands a lot because like right now I am pretty energetic, so sorry. My room's also really, really hot. If I turn the fan that I have on in here, which actually is buried under something right now. Anyway, I've been doing a lot in here. It doesn't look like it from the background, but over here where I never let you see from embarrassment, I've been doing a lot. Anyway, but that being said, the fan is buried. So, no fan for me. I'm just hot. Today's video is a very small, une petite, Michael's haul I have for you guys. And it's going to kind of, not vary. It's going to be like the opposite of stuff that I'm trying to accomplish, which is using up a lot of the collection that I have, which I have come a small amount of way, and I have that for other videos. But we all know, I've said pretty much every year, I don't set a goal to do a yarn ban. I'm not going to limit, well, I'm not going to stop myself from completely, getting yarn, but I'm going to limit. I was going to say I'm not going to limit myself. I'm not going to limit myself to getting nothing. But yeah, I am trying to very hard to make conscious purchases, I guess. What FOMO, fear of missing out, if you didn't know what that is, what FOMO is affecting me the most, or what yarn is so beautiful I can't say no, or that kind of thing. Just because I'm trying so hard. Now I will tell you, when it all gets in here, that I have a Joann's haul coming up, and that one, take everything I just said and throw it out the window. I went absolutely bananas, but that's for another video. This one is the Michael's haul. And in this one, I was, like I said, it's going to be pretty small. I was trying to be very conscientious. I got it. Of what I don't need. Did I still give in? Yes. Do I need what I got? No. But let me just show you what I got, right? Let me just show you. The first thing, this is the only non-yarny thing, but the first thing that I'm going to show you is literally why I made the purchase to begin with. Okay. Since my previous roommate left the roost, what used to be his bedroom, I promise this is all going to line up with this haul, I promise. But he had a small bedroom because he wanted to keep his rent down, so he took the smallest room we had to offer to clean out, basically, to help him save money and stuff. So it's a tiny room, don't get me wrong, but I had already had my bed, which I still maintain. I don't know if you've ever felt this way about a bed before, but when I got divorced, it's from then. I brought it here. I brought it to the other house that I had with, when Winston and I were staying in the not so great house that I've talked about. And I have it here, and I let him sleep on it, just because we didn't have any other place to put it besides that room. So, that room, but David went all out in that room for me. I'm not saying the walls are decorated, this and that, but he already had to, from some water damage from the front of the house, he had to redo the floor. So instead of just redoing the floor and putting up wood tile, fake wood tile type of stuff and drywall, if you've seen any of my old videos from the outside, that's also the room that had the weird old door. That we don't use as a door. It just always stayed locked, because it basically became part of the wall. He took that out. He put a window in, blinds and everything. It's a nice window. I mean, I don't really grade the niceness of windows, let me rephrase. But anyway, he had torn up a little corner of the floor. So in that corner, instead of just laying down tile, he took up all the floor. He put down carpeting because he knows I like carpeting. And then on top of that, the room is small enough that if you get a really big area rug, it covers the whole room. So there's regular just carpet, almost like an office type. It's a thin, easy to clean type of carpet. But on top of that, he got the closest thing he could find to a shag carpet in an area rug that was like in town. Like he wasn't going to go ordering it off Amazon or anything, and that's fine. If they even have it on Amazon, I'm sure they probably do. But so there's like a black like shag carpet in there. And then the bed that is in there takes up almost all of the room. At some point, I'll probably do some videos in there, so you'll see it. You'll probably get to see how, when you count the bed in, the room seems very tiny. But I mean, if you're just going in there to sleep or lounge around and crochet, there's a TV on. He put a TV on the wall, by the way. So I have like all my amenities in there for TV needs and such. Anyway, I promised all this was coming around to what I got. On my bed, which I have already maintained is like the super comfiest bed ever on the planet. And that's why I kept it so long. That's why I insisted on keeping it. It's one of the few things in my divorce that I was like, nope, I'm taking the bed. You don't get it. I gave up a lot of things in the divorce. I did not give that up. Like the bed and Winston were pretty much I'm taking these. So it's a comfy, super comfy bed. And then I have this, my friend gave me, my friend Bella gave me, hi Bella, I know she's probably watching, from Bella's Crochet Gifts. Let me drop the channel name too, because she is a lovely YouTube lady that you should check out. But she knows that I have a thing for sleeping on flannel. So she made me pillowcases that were Halloween themed flannel pillowcases. So I have that on my bed. I have those on my bed. I have, Nate gave me a duvet cover. He thought it was just a regular blanket. I thought it was just a regular blanket. Fun story. I talked to Courtney from Fiber Fox Studios. She's like one of my besties. We were talking and I said, why do you suppose there'd be a zipper in my blanket? And she's like, a zipper? What? And so I described the whole like length of the zipper. It's a duvet cover. That's why. But the underneath of it's black. The underneath of it is like a velvet. And the top part is like this fuzzy, because if you don't know, have an absolute affinity. I have an obsession with fuzzy things, right? I don't just mean fur babies, fuzzy everything if I can, like thus the shag carpeting. And then, so I had this wonderful blanket on my bed like that with the fan on, because I'm the person that sleeps with a box fan on any chance I get. With the box fan going in the summertime, it was just enough blanket to, cover up with if you got a little chilly and stuff. But having found out you can put a comforter in that, now I have a thick, squishy, fuzzy blanket. And then getting to the Michaels haul, 8 minutes in, finally getting to it. I also have pillows stacked up, right? I have a fuzzy pillow, shouldn't surprise you, that has a bat theme on it. I have an orange velvet pillow that's round, kind of like a full moon, with furry bats, like fuzzy bats, soft plushy bats. They're kind of like punch needle type design bats on it, like flying into this full moon. I bought on Amazon, the little pillows that are almost like chairs. They have the arms so you can sit up and everything. I have a fuzzy orange one of those in there. And then I have, laying across the flannel pillows, I have a long fuzzy blue body pillow that my bestie Brian had got for me one year for my birthday, actually. So that's in there to sleep on. So, I mean, it is just, if you can imagine, it's just a bed of cozy, right? It's my little like escape, you know, like Maverick and I have just laid in there and watched TV, or, you know, I've crocheted and he's napped, and just, it's wonderful. I spent a lot of time in there the week of my birthday when David was gone. I spent a lot of my time in there, just being relaxing and cozy, and it's like my little getaway, you know. What is as comfortable to me as a room full of yarn? The room next door that has all the fuzzy goodness, you know. And so there's like a walk-in closet between the two rooms, and David said at one point we might be able to open that up and just make one long room out of this. And I'm so for that. If he ever really, really, truly will do that, that'll be my dream, because I'll have a room of yarn connected to a cozy, soft room of comfort. So that being said, 10 minutes in, I promise I'm getting, so this is what made me make the order. Michaels right now has several different lines of Halloween things out. And one of them, I think it's called Groovy Halloween. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. So I got this pillow. Here's the back of it. Orange flower power goodness. Hello. Check that out. This is the back, mind you, because, you know, I did say that it was a Halloween theme, right? And it's a good size pillow, you know. It's a little bit smaller than like a bed pillow as far as the width, but the length is about the same size. So it's a good size pillow. Here's where the Halloween part comes in. How adorable. And he's soft. He's kind of like that needle punch material that I was talking about on my other pillow. And that was from Michaels too, actually. So, but how cute is this? I love it so much, you guys. I love it. Nothing really says Heather. It's furry. It's Halloween. It's like 70s, 80s looking right here. 70s, probably 60s, 70s. But the colors are kind of 80s colors, like 70s, 80s. Like, it's just all in one. Like, it's so wonderful. And I got this to add to the pillowy comfort of my bed. So, all right. That is my non-yarny purchase. Now, for everybody who's like, hello, Heather, yarn channel. I understand. Yarn and Stranger Things channel. Let's be honest with ourselves. Which I have to do that tonight or tomorrow. I do give it a couple days leeway. So I'm recording this the day that the Stranger Things Make-Along ended, but I'll probably give you a couple more days. Let's be honest. Let's be real here. For any like late entrants and stuff. Now the next thing that I got, this was the add-in that I think made it free shipping. I had free shipping before this. I had to get it anyway. You guys know by now, I'm sure, that they brought macchiato cakes back to Michael's. And I had been obsessed with them. Like, I know I showed you, actually, on my birthday week, I showed you a different Michael's haul. I've been all about getting, like, the small little Michael's hauls, huh? But it was a small little haul where I had got one of the colors from last year that I could not get anymore. Or couldn't get then anymore. They did away with them, and I only had 2 of them, and I wanted more, like, desperately wanted more. I still want to get some more of that color, but I didn't here. What I got, I added this cake to it. This is the color Fleeting. And I think it's so pretty. It's obviously the purpley one. You can see purples and pinks. And then I'll tell you about macchiato cakes really quick, and then I'll tell you specifically why I wanted this color, aside from the fact that I like purple, and then I pretty much like all the macchiato cakes. This is Yarnspirations Caron Macchiato Cake. There are 8 ounces in here, which is 227 grams. There are 481 yards, which is 440 meters. It is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. This stuff feels very much and has a pretty similar, off by a couple percentages maybe, but a pretty similar fiber build to Scarfie, which I love. You know, I love my Scarfie. I really need to update my list, but that was on my top 5 or top 10 yarns when I did that video. I need to update that list, like, badly. But my favorites are still sprinkled, you know, they're never gonna not be amongst my favorites, even if I find other favorites. So Scarfie, love it. So the composition of this is a lot like it. It feels just like it. It feels soft and wonderful. And I don't know if you can see the halo that's on it. Oh, there's like a little wool-ish halo. Wool looking, not wool feeling, because this doesn't feel, to me, this doesn't feel like there's even wool in it. I would imagine if you were sensitive to it or allergic to it, that you would notice right away, but I do not. I already said it's called fleeting. They consider it a bulky 5, which because it's a roving, yes, but really like most of these seem to be, I would treat them more like a 4 weight myself, but because they can go, you know, roving can go thick to thin. It could be down to like a 3 weight somewhere. It could be a 4 weight. It could be a 5 or a 6 weight. But yeah, like a plump 4 would be like what I would call this. Much like Scarfy, because they're considered a bulky 5, and I have always used them like a 4 weight yarn pretty much. The suggested needle size is a 6 millimeter, which is a US 10. And the suggested hook size is 6 millimeter, which is a J hook, which is a 10. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. I am going to, I know that I have made people stuff from Scarfy and that they've washed it. So I'm going to test that with this yarn too. Soon, not now, because I have some other stuff going on, but I am going to do that. I want to do a bunch of different like swatches and wash them and compare them is what I'd like to do in an upcoming video. I've been meaning to do that for so long, but I would really like to do that just to see, because like I think it's Big Twist value that says not to machine dry it or whatever. You absolutely can. Caron cakes have wool in them and you can still wash and dry them. I think their label says wash and dry if I remember right, but you definitely can whether the label says that or not. So I would like to try a swatch of this and see, but where were you made? Because I do need to get that out and continue on my way here. Made in India. Now, the reason that I got this fleeting color, which is a new to this year color, I don't know about you guys, but not only was I obsessed with macchiato cakes last year or the year before when they had them, but I was super obsessed with the colorway Bewitched for obvious reasons, but it also was a lavender purple, pink, and then the thing is that this, come on light, like in here, this is like an orangey brown, and there is definitely darker browns mixed in it. Bewitched, I thought, did they, like when I first saw this on the website, I thought, did they rebrand Bewitched and now it's fleeting? So I have to buy one to check. I wish I had brought mine in here, but they're not the same. In case you thought maybe they would. They might mix and match, but it would almost be to me like, you know how when you get color batches that are off, I feel like it would be that. So it wouldn't really be that great of an idea, maybe, just because the Bewitched has this beautiful pink and orange mixed in, and this has like a light pink and then a brownish, like orangey brown. It just isn't the same. It's like the colors would be off, maybe. But it's very pretty still. I really like it. I will have to either mix this in or find a project to do with this because it's not going to match with my Bewitched that I was hoarding. But yeah, sad news for me. It is not just a rebranded Bewitched. But good news for me is I really like it and the color is still available. So, you know, you take and you give and all that, right? So that is one thing I got. Then the other thing that I got, this is where the FOMO kind of came in, because I originally was like, I want to get this and this and this and this. And at some point they were sold out. So I bet by that you can guess what it is. They were sold out all but like 1 or maybe 2 colors. And I just thought, oh, well, I missed it for the year. They were restocked as of last week. I got an anniversary cake. I wrestled with this. I wrestled with it. I said, I don't love, compared to past years, like I love this color. Don't get me wrong. This is the color, by the way. We'll get into the specs and all, but this is the color Prismatic. I love the color. I don't love the color buildup, like layout. like what it's made of. I don't love the color pattern. An example, and we'll talk about this in a minute too, but an example of how it works up would be, because this is the prismatic colorway. And I just thought, like, I like scrappy stuff. I like patchwork stuff. I don't know that I want it in my cake of yarn, especially one that I paid. If there were no coupons or sales, this would have been $39.99. So especially one that I would have paid $40 for. So that's what, originally, that's why I just missed out. I said, I don't want to get it. I'm good. FOMO is fine. And then FOMO crept in. And then I started thinking about all the different things I could, do with this, what I could mix it with, some other anniversary cakes that I could mix it with. And when I saw that they were restocked, I just said, you know what? I think I had a $5 or $10 voucher that in my mind helped make sense with it. So I got it. I was getting it. I was getting the pillow anyway. I wanted this, so I got this. Really quickly, because I think at this point a lot of us are familiar with the stats and everything for anniversary cakes. This is considered a super bulky 6. I have, for the ones that I have worked with, would consider that like a bulky 5. Like, this is my idea of a bulky 5. But much like yarns with halos, when they say, like, consider this a bulky 6, and it is like definitely a 4 and that kind of thing, they want you to use the bigger hook and have the bigger, looser gauge, because I'm sure that it just works up so fluffy and nice. The project that I did use quite a big hook with, that I made with my anniversary cakes previously, just because it has such a nice squish to it, So, like, while I would still call it a bulky 5, I would not, like, they want you to use a USJ hook with it, and I'm pretty sure I used a much bigger hook. Well, not a much bigger hook, but, like, I'm sure I used a bigger hook. At least, let me say, this pattern that we'll talk about in a minute too, calls for a J hook. Let me see what it suggests. Yeah, it suggests an L hook, which is a size 11, which is an 8mm hook. They also suggest 8mm knitting needles, which is a US 11. This is machine washable and dryable. Thank goodness, with that amount of yarn, right? It is 100% acrylic. It is 35.3 ounces and 1,000 grams. It is 1,061 yards, which is 970 meters. That being said, the makeup of it, if you have seen previous Caron cake or anniversary cakes, it is got a different twist to it to make it up. And when I pulled this out of the box, I thought, there's less yardage in that. They made them smaller. Like, I knew they compacted them, but I was like, there's no way it's that compacted. This has less yardage. So I pulled out one of my other ones, it was from the first year they were out, and it has the exact same yardage and everything. It's the same amount of yarn, but it is so much more compacted compared to other years, I think. The last thing about this yarn, like I said, it's called Prismatic, and it has these beautiful, it's a rainbow of colors with white, and that makes, in the patterning, like a patchwork, because they're shorter stripes of color, right? This purse, I wish I could think of the name of it, but there is like a bougie expensive bag. There have been other YouTubers who have made dupes of the bag, mostly with like their scrap yarns and things is what I've seen. But this basically makes the same bougie looking crocheted bag. I'm just saying, if you were into making like a mimic of it, maybe not an exact dupe, but a mimic, this would be it. So the pattern, do they have a name for the pattern? Free pattern on label. It's called Big Scrappy Crochet Tote. And I guess I don't know from the label how big that Big Scrappy Crochet Tote will get, but the bag was fairly sizable. It was literally a designer bag, just crocheted. So I'm just saying, should you want to try that, it would be like a designer bag dupe. Just saying. So I got the anniversary cake, and then instead of settling on just one, I had to have this color. Look at this. I thought I was buying it anyway. I'll get this one. I think this is beautiful. And if I mixed this with some like bulky 5 or 6 yarn that is like solid orange or gold, wouldn't that be beautiful? I think it would be just gorgeous. This has the same stats. I'm holding it kind of funky because the sticky part of the band that they put on here kind of gave away, but yet it's still holding the center pull of the yarn. So I'm trying not to end up with a big yarn baby being pulled out of the center. But this is the color Birch Bark. And look at the beautiful brown tones mixed in with white again. And grays. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. But that is what I ended up getting from Michaels. Now I know I got these things on sale. Like I think this pillow is normal. I know I picked up the pillow because I can't remember the yarn. But I think the pillow is normally $20 or $25. I know this one was $14.99 because that's why originally I even wanted to get the order. So I got, and I had the voucher and I had a sale, or maybe that was when they had the coupon for all yarn or something, but I did not pay full price for any of that, let me tell you. But yeah, that was my small Michaels haul. So I hope you liked it. Have you guys gotten any of like the anniversary cakes? If so, what are you making with them? What are you making? Because I have been deciding that I want to like dive into my collection of anniversary cakes. And a lot of my colors I only have one of. Some of them I have 2 of. There's a couple that I have more than 2 of the color. So those I know I could make a nice big squishy blanket in pretty much any stitch pattern that I want. But what have you guys been making with them? Could you let me know? Same with, have you checked out the macchiato cakes, either from previous years or this year's line? And have you gotten any of Michael's Halloween decor? Just curious. Since those are the things in this haul, I figured I'd ask about all of them. But yeah, as always, I appreciate you watching my videos and letting me ramble on consistently. With that, I'm just going to let you go. So I love you guys. I hope you're having a really great day, a really great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.